the right people come together at the right moment, when they care almost as much about winning as they do about each other, they can become the best of the best.
Welcome to the best soccer show, the best soccer show in the whole world.
Here we go. It's the best soccer show. Jason Davis, Jared Dubois, the Rhodius in the building. I see you're a Pooge stan. Your hair is very Pooge-esque right now.
Is it? This whole thing?
It's Poogie. You have Poogie hair right
this
now.
whole thing? Yeah, you know.
Listen to you.
Just
Listen
wake
to
up
you.
and my hair just kind of does it. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I heard that's how Max Arfsten lives his life. He's got hair that just does.
A handsome man got handsome problems. I don't know what to tell you.
That guy worth $3 million apparently, but Columbus says no.
To
Thank you.
Middlesbrough, I believe. Is that who he was
Yeah,
linked to?
To Burrow. What are
Man,
American
$3 million feels like a
connections?
good number for Max Arfsten. I don't know.
They want to win something, and they think he's important to winning something. What is
What did
the-
they let not Jordan Morris? Who did they just let go? Aiden Morris. What did they let him go?
Yeah,
to?
that's a very good question, Jared Dubois. What
I don't know. Does a 6 go the same amount as a left winger these days? The modern game, left wingers are. Well, is he a left winger? I mean, a left defender.
My sources are telling me it was $4 million for young Aiden Morris to Middlesbrough. Right?
So
Also
I
to
understand
Middlesbrough.
Columbus. They probably want at least equal value for Max Arfsten. You know.
I mean, is Max a little bit older than Aiden when Aiden left? I don't recall that.
I don't know.
actually.
I guess Max Arfsten is impressive offensively, and I just think it comes down to how does Middlesbrough see him as a player? If you're
Yes.
going to ask him to play left back,
No.
I just don't see it. You
Don't do
know,
that.
but if you're
Don't
going to
do
play him as a
If you're
winger of
asking
some
to play
kind,
left back. Yeah. It's if he's a winger, if he's a wing back, as they might call it. We are working on some things. All right, so here's what's going to happen today on the Best Soccer Show.
Oh, okay.
We're going to touch
Lay it
on
on
some
me.
MLS news. There's some big MLS news. Just down the road from Jared Dubois, in fact, something big happened. We'll get to that.
Oh.
And not the league. I'm not talking about the Leagues Cup. Apparently, you are out on the Leagues Cup. You want nothing to do with it.
I don't understand why we I don't understand what's so great about it that we prioritize it over our own season. That's my thing. It's not that it
Okay.
can't happen or exist. I don't understand stopping your season and all the momentum that goes with it to do this thing. That's my thing. I
understand. I understand. I wrote about it today on my newsletter. Do you know about my
Did
newsletter?
you quote me?
Have I told you about Jared?
Quote
did
me.
you- This is not a new joke. I'm not doing. Have you heard about my news? Have you heard about my newsletter?
Your blog?
It's not a blog. It's a newsletter. We don't
What's
do
the
blogs
difference?
anymore.
What's the difference?
It goes into people's inbox. Therefore, it's a
Oh, okay.
newsletter. If you sign up, you get it emailed to you. Therefore, it's a newsletter.
Sneaking
I
into
think
people's
that's
boxes. You better be careful.
Man, I am a fox in the box. That's what I am. Yeah, that's me. I'm a fox in the box.
Self-proclaimed fox.
I wrote about the Leagues Cup because it's weird. I'm enjoying it to a point, but it is weird. And Mexican coaches are not happy. Oh, sorry. Coaches of Mexican teams are not happy. They're
Because
complaining.
it's 100% away. Is that their complaint? What's their complaint?
Yeah, and the travel. And they're like,
Yeah.
this is not set up for us to succeed. This is set up for us to fail. Now, I don't recall any MLS coaches going, you know what, this CONCACAF Champions League, this is not fair to us. Why does it played this time of year? No, MLS coaches have not done that.
Maybe the coach. Well, I don't know. I feel like
Maybe.
there's people that have said something.
Yeah.
I know the fans definitely complain about it.
It is possible. It's possible that I forgot about a time. That
Wait,
an MLS
Mexico's
coach-
complaining about the travel that these players in MLS have to do every week of the season.
Well, okay, let's be fair. Do MLS players and teams really do 3 games in a 7-day span where they're flying across the country that entire time? I like back, bing, 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 and never at home. Never at home not once in that.
If your
span.
stadium's being built,
I suppose that's true. That's true. All right. So Leagues Cup is weird. I wrote about how unless they're really committed to this, it's easier to imagine this is on its last legs than it's going to last 20 years.
where could someone find your blog?
Just search Jason Davis Soccer Eagle on your Google
Oh, nice.
or search engine machine. and you will find it, and you can sign up, or follow me on Blue Sky at Davis Jason. Find that, and you will see a link to it that I posted today. I also wrote about just American soccer fans being weird and having an inferiority complex, and then I also just touched on what I think we should start with briefly.
What's it?
And that's the big signings, the big summer DP signings, Jared. And it's not your team. This is not Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but in terms of the impact in Los Angeles, I'm not sure it's too far off. Now, no one's saying that Son is the player that Ibrahimovic was.
That's a really
over his
bold
time.
way of going about this topic. Okay.
You live in the area. You're gonna argue that Son doesn't have a bigger impact in LA than Ibrahimovic did?
Okay, this is a tough thing to quantify. There's no doubt that Son is going to bring a ton of Korean population in LA is big time, but there's no way that you could argue that it's a bigger across the board splash than Zlatan.
Okay.
I don't know the Son's going to be on Jimmy Kimmel in 2 days like Zlatan was and kill it.
I would not put it past.
You think he's going to kill it and take it a full page ad like Zlatan did in the paper saying you're welcome? Come on. They're different players.
Hold on a second. You're building a straw man. I'm not saying he is Zlatan in terms of personality or like how Zlatan carried himself. I'm saying that Son is going to have an impact. No, I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel might not have him on his show. Jimmy Kimmel still doing a show? Are we canceling all the late night shows? I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel might not have Son on his show, but Son could go on his show. He would charm everybody. Maybe not he wouldn't do the thing that Zlatan does. And of course, no one is saying, again, I'm not saying that Son has the global popularity of Zlatan, but if you're talking about LA, I think it's a bigger local impact.
Yeah, I mean, we had Hung Mumbo back in the day with the Galaxy, and just a player of that stature, Korean player of that stature, probably maybe the best Korean player ever at the time before Son hit Europe. And there was definitely a bump. I mean, there was a lot of Korean fans at the Galaxy during the time that he was with us. So that market has been underserved in LA. As someone who has been a team that has chased the Mexican demographic for 28 years or so, 29 years, you have to be careful how you do this though, because they'll be there. They're going to show up, but the fan base in LA also doesn't want to feel pandered to. You know, like they're going to come.
That's
Korean teams, fans are going to come, but you've got to give them something for what they're doing, and they're very quickly going to understand if you're there for just their dollars or not. And I think LAFC is smart about it. I think they'll do it the right way. I think that Son will probably put more butts in seats in LA than Zlatan did in terms of butts in seats. I don't know if he's going to drive the same traffic to the team as Zlatan did for the Galaxy.
Well, that's kind of picking between two things that are a little bit different, but really I think in terms of the ultimate impact, LAFC is going to get something out of Son. It doesn't matter.
I think Son will be better on the field for the team than the Galaxy was, than Zlatan was for the Galaxy though. Zlatan, don't get me wrong, was an amazing player on the Galaxy. I think Son will be amazing player for LAFC. You know what I mean? Like Zlatan was there and it was about him versus the world. I'm going to do this. And granted, we didn't set him up for success with some of the components around him either. Sure. But unlike what LAFC did when they signed Giroud, where everyone's thinking like, this piece doesn't fit your puzzle. Like, why would you bring in this target striker into a counterattack wide team that doesn't want to cross the ball in? They want to beat you on the run on counters. That's not Giroud's game. Whereas Son, you could be like, okay, I see how this works a little bit better. I see the way how this offense can work through him. Whereas Giroud just didn't feel right. So at least it doesn't feel like they're forcing a piece that doesn't fit on their chessboard.
Right. I mean, there'll be a little tinkering that needs to be done, but I think he will make an impact. So, and again, how about the fact that they're paying $26 million for him and breaking the MLS transfer record set by Atlanta when they signed Latte Lath.
I don't mind, and here's why: they're going to make the money back on him. Like I said, you're going to sell so many jerseys, not just in California. Like you are going to sell a lot of jerseys overseas as well. And I said, as a Galaxy fan, I've never been opposed to a lot of these signings we do from a financial standpoint. It's very rare that Galaxy has signed a DP that didn't work for them financially. It's whether or not it worked on the field. And at least with LAFC, it looks like you have the ability to do a cash grab and maybe improve what your on the field product as well. So I get it. It works in almost every capacity for them. It's just a matter of whether or not it'll realize or not. It seems good in theory. Now we got to see it on the field and see how it's all going to work. But I'm not worried about it financially. 26 million, sure. You're going to make that back year one.
Okay. All right.
Don't get me wrong. If you don't think they're going to be a preseason in Korea next year, you're crazy.
Okay. By the way, if my volume
louder, yeah,
super loud, too loud. Is that
no,
too loud?
Fine now. It's better.
Okay. I made an adjustment. I tried to fix something before the show. Didn't work out. Thank you to Callie for helping us fix our audio situation. All right.
Oh, man. So I look like the asshole for the first 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Man. The other big move, which we have to address, which is referenced there in my nameplate, is Thomas Mueller going to Vancouver. I mean, this one is different in only that, in the sense that Mueller, you sign Mueller, he's a big name. He's going to resonate. It's not the same sort of localized impact.
What position do you think he plays for Vancouver?
I think he's going to play off of Brian White in drifting into 10 spaces, is my sense.
So maybe more false 9?
Sure, but they're not going to play with a single 9. They're going to effectively play with 2 forwards if he's on this team.
Okay.
Right?
So he'll be playing directly ahead of Berhalter then.
I would imagine so. I mean, Gauld's status is still up in the air, right? We don't know when Ryan Gauld is going to play soccer again.
I mean, that's your captain too, right? If I'm not mistaken, isn't he the captain of that team?
Ryan Gauld. Yeah, I believe so. I mean, he's been their best player for like a number of years. A couple of things about this one that are interesting to me. No fee, right? He is on a free. He left Bayern Munich. I don't think there's a fee involved in this. Vancouver, better than LAFC so far this season. I mean, LAFC is a good team. We're not saying that they're not, or they don't have the possibility of winning an MLS.
You could make the argument that Vancouver may be overreaching as well.
In what sense?
Their potential. I think they're outperforming.
Oh, I see. You're saying that they are.
I don't know if they can do it for a whole season. We'll see. They were pretty far into it, but you've seen them even tail off a little bit. The international break hurt them. They had players gone, but part of me feels like they're going to come down to earth at some point. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's possible. I do think this is going to be interesting for Jesper Sorensen. Again, like what role does Thomas Mueller play? You're not playing him on the wing. That's ridiculous. You can't do that. Right? You have to play him in the middle of the field somewhere. You don't normally play with a 10. You play with a 3-man midfield that includes Sebastian Berhalter, who can get into the attack, but is really supposed to be kind of your shield back there and a deep lying passer. Brian White, is he? Can he play with a sort of a partner off of him? We don't see a lot of two forward setups anymore. It happens. It's just not.
I'm very interested for the education of young ones, Sebastian Berhalter. Like having Thomas Mueller on the field with you, that's an opportunity. There's a big opportunity there. Like Thomas Mueller, one of the smartest guys in the Bundesliga for 15 years. He is definitely someone that can, I think, very similar to Marco Reus when coming to LA and stuff like that. You have these German guys that you can just tell they think the game. There's guys out there that feel the game, like if you look at a Boanga, a Ricky Puig, like there's guys out there that feel the game. Then there are guys that just think it. And when you look at Royce, you look at Mueller, like there's just guys out there that are going to think harder than you and just not have to do as much to break you down. It's position, 1-2 steps ahead thinking. I don't know. And I just feel like for Sebastian Berhalter, there's an opportunity here. And there's going to be a lot of German eyes on Vancouver games. And where was he linked to potentially go back a little while ago coming out of the Gold Cup? Germany, I believe it was German teams that were looking at him.
Yeah, there's been Pedro Vite left the club in the summer to go to Mexico. That was a sale that happened. I'm not saying it opens a spot. It's not like that. You would still have Thomas Mueller in any lineup, even if Vite was still around. Again, Gauld is out. So can you play, if Gauld comes back, can you play Mueller and Gauld together? Which is,
that's it. Are you sitting Emmanuel Sabi?
Right. Jaden Nelson is a very good player too.
I don't think you're sitting Nelson. He's been great for you this season. So for me,
those guys are wingers. Those guys are wingers, and Mueller's not a winger.
So going back to what we said earlier about Giroud to LAFC, you could make the case that Thomas Mueller isn't a plug and play player in the current Vancouver system.
No.
You know, like where does he fit in? I mean, that's gonna be tough. You're not gonna ask him to do Berhalter's role. Hell no. You know, he's not gonna do all that work. He's not gonna do all that defensive work. You know, he wants to sit in that space that currently no one plays in for Vancouver. So it'd be really interesting. I think the Sun signing makes a lot more sense to me. I see how it's going to work. We'll be interested as we get those first games. And I'm not sure do you know what Mueller's what his potential first game is going to be? Have they said how long out?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because when I saw him do his little Instagram video the other day, it looked like he was still in the German backyard. I didn't know that he's in Vancouver yet.
Yeah, I mean the fact that these announcements happen on the same day is certainly interesting. So we shall see.
Who won the war? Who won the media war that day, you think?
So it looks like he told One Soccer out in Canada. I think Sun wins the media. It's not a good thing, but the fact that an LA city councilwoman asked Sun if he can help LAFC win the World Cup is going to make some headlines. I mean,
it's so cringy. If you guys haven't seen it, I can't believe that this person represents 1 million Latinos. Like, how is that even possible that someone doesn't understand? You're going to this event. You don't do a modicum of research on it. This is just ribbon cutting politicians, dude. I can't stand it. They don't understand that LAFC will not play in the World Cup, or that Sun is not going to help the U.S. team in some way win the World Cup.
Yeah, I don't. It's look, people in this country just don't know about soccer. It's just a thing.
Then don't say no to the ask. Do you want to speak at this event?
I would also suggest that LAFC and any club that signs a player like this and is going to have dignitaries out who might not know the game to give them a very quick primer.
Listen, there's also a lot of voters at NAMBLA conventions. I ain't showing up.
Now, Dan is saying that maybe she thought she was talking about the Club World Cup, which just happened and did have games in LA. So maybe she's not a soccer person. She's absorbing what's happening. There's a thing called the World Cup recently in her country. She didn't realize.
All right, Dan, this is the type of thinking that allowed us to think that Kofefe was a real thing.
Okay, wow, that's a throwback, my friend. All right, so it looks like Mueller's targeting August 17th for his debut for Vancouver. I don't know when Sun could potentially play for LAFC, but that will be very interesting. Now, Sun also said, look, I wasn't really into this. This wasn't my first choice. And then he got talked into it. He obviously he learned about the Korean community in Los Angeles. So I think this will be interesting.
If both games are playing the same time, same night.
Sun.
What? Oh,
I'm going to pick Sun. I'm picking Sun. Okay. You're going to do it. That's me. I don't know why. It's me.
To step on my shit. I mean, what the hell?
I mean, I know. I got excited to say. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm questioning myself. You can multi-game on MLS Season Pass, so you just multi-game, right? You just do that.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a multi-game guy. I don't know.
I don't love multi-game, but when they give me too many games to watch at one time, I have to multi-game. I multi-gamed the Leagues Cup last night. I was 3-gaming it last night for the Leagues Cup.
I believe in monogamy.
I had a threesome with them with Leagues Cup last night. Yeah,
it was a spicy one. There's Latina in there.
Well, I was listening. I was watching in Spanish too, so it was. It had some.
Hi, Poppy.
It had some extra flavor to it, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's get to the business of the evening. Now, last couple of weeks, we've been playing around with blind rankings. Jared, you gave me, I don't remember what the first one was.
Oh, man, I think it was, I don't remember. It was the best goals scored by the U.S. national team or something. Moments. Moments. Best moments.
Okay.
Last week I did best American players never to play in Europe.
You didn't do best. Well, okay, maybe you did your best, but people took issue with this when I posted
I didn't hear about that. What's that?
Oh, you didn't hear about this? Dan Loney was like, this is not the best. These are not the best. And he threw out, a couple of players who probably, I think Mastroeni was in that list for Dan. There was I don't know if it was an over, maybe. I don't know.
Listen,
It
I
was.
couldn't make the list infinitely long. I had to cut somewhere, and I
know.
literally inserted Nick Raimondo for Mastroeni because I was like, oh, I want to throw the curveball at the keeper, So
Anyway, I posted it and I put on the.
I want to know where this
posted-
discussion is. Let me know in your blog where I can find this.
It's on my Blue Sky. It's Dan Loney
I'll go
coming
on
after
there.
me on. By the way, you have to be an old head to know who Dan Loney is. I'm throwing his name around like people know who he is.
Dan Loney, old school.
Old school Dan.
Maybe
Dan
like
Loney.
his original article was his column was on Big Soccer, right?
Oh yeah, he was one of the
Yeah.
big soccer columnists. Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know what Big Soccer is, unlock a deep rabbit hole in U.S. soccer and go search that for a while. Big Soccer was it, dude.
Who else? Who was the other guy? Bill.
The guy from it was the guy. Wasn't the guy from Soccer America that also did on there?
I don't know. There was another guy. It was Dan Loney and a guy named Bill, whose name I can't remember right now. And
yeah,
it doesn't matter. We're old. That's how that works. Okay.
Yep.
Let's get into this. So after you gave me 2 history related topics,
okay,
I thought we could do a blind ranking with something very current. Okay. So we're going to do a blind ranking. And if you're watching the video, you can see I'm going to fill this out so you can see these choices because there's 15 of them.
Let me close the chat because that's what I always tell you to do.
Yes, please close the chat. Okay.
Okay. Chat
So
is closed.
here,
talk all your shit.
Here is your topic, Mr. Dubois. You ready for this?
Do it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to blind rank Americans and their European season. We are just a couple of weeks in most cases. I want you to rank who's going to have the best European season, and I've got 15 U.S. men's national team players.
We have 15 people playing in Europe?
Okay. We have more than that, but I limited it to 15. 15 felt like a lot, so we're going to do 15 Americans in Europe, and you've got to rank who's going to have the best season. Now, obviously, you're going to have to back up your choices.
And this can be hard. This is very, very objective, not objective, subjective, because what does good mean? Bill Archer, nicely done. That is the one.
Yeah, Placata's got Bill Archer. That's who I was thinking about. He was outing Jack Warner for years before the FBI went out. But to be fair, I mean, Bill was on his shit. Like Bill knew his shit. Bill was I don't know if Bill's out there. Bill was a cranky dude. All right, based on what I remember about reading Bill Archer, is he was a cranky dude, and he mixed it up on the message boards and all that stuff. We all kind of knew Jack had his hand in the bag, right? Like we were not under any illusions about Jack Warner before the FBI went after him. Like we were like, yeah. All right. So you're right. This is very subjective. You are gonna have to figure this out,
man.
And obviously, the order in which I throw these names at you is gonna have a big role in how this.
I gotta wonder. Like, man, there's gonna be some names out here. I might even go like, really? That guy's in Europe, man. 15.
Okay.
15.
15.
Oh,
I am
Lord.
going to start you off with a very difficult one. I'm not messing around.
Don't give me like Gaga Selena or something like that. Come on.
I'm giving you one Ricardo Pepi.
Okay, so as you gave me this prompt, there's a couple of names that just obviously certain guys are going to be on this list, okay? And there's obviously certain ones that jump right to the top. Honestly, Ricardo Pepi to me, when I was thinking about it ahead of time just now, was number 2 on my list. So let me think real quick. Listen, is going to get the full-time job this season the whole time. Doesn't have Malik Tillman. We'll see what that leads to. What do you say?
No, you're right. Malik Tillman has departed. So, and he will.
But I feel like this is a breakout season for Pepi over there, man. And listen, there's one person at number 1 that probably every single person in American soccer would put at number 1. The conversation is 2, and the hard part is, what do you consider best? Miles Robinson's best could be
stop.
Not Miles Robinson. Jedi Robinson could be number 2. But if Pepi pops in 15 goals, how do you rank that next to what Jedi does?
This is why this is hard. This is why this is hard.
I'm going to go with Pepi at 2.
You have to consider league strength. You have to consider.
I'm not considering
measurement of achievement, right? Because you're going to have some.
Your thing to me was best season, right? That was your prompt to me. Best season, and I think it's going to be easier to quantify Pepi Man, two or three. He has so much upside to what he could do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take him at 3 because there's 2 guys now I could consider being above him in my head. So I'm gonna go with 3. Ricardo
Okay,
Pepe.
so we're going Ricardo Pepe at PS. Now, I didn't put team. When I made my list, I did have team names. I had PSV Eindhoven next to Ricardo Pepe, but there's still a possibility with a couple weeks left that he might not be there. That's
correct. And this ranking is
assumed.
So when it comes to Reno, how am I supposed to handle that? Okay, we'll get there if we get there. We don't even know if you put him on the list. Technically, he's not playing.
You're right. You are calculating already. So Ricardo Pepe is now off the board.
I closed the chat. Do they hate me right now?
No, people have different ideas on what this is, but I don't know that hate is the word.
Be nice, assholes.
Right. I'm going to throw at you number 2 for this list. You know what? There's a lot of strikers on the list. There just are. Patrick Agyemang is number 2 for you, Jared. You said you're not considering league strength. You're not considering league strength, but okay.
No, but also he's coming to a new team. He's gonna have to break in. I'm gonna put him at 12.
12. Patrick Agyemang, Derby County.
Like there's a lot he's got to break in, get his opportunity, and then also produce. That's asking a lot. I think
he's coming off a hernia surgery as well. Well, I'm not
physically sure his build and the way he's built. I can see him being a beast in the championship. He's not going to get pushed off the ball that easily. He was playing back to goal really well. I just think it's a lot to ask him in his first season to really break out. We'll see.
Okay. All right. So 12 for Patrick Agyemang. I will take him off the board. I'll change positions here. We won't keep it goal scoring.
Yeah.
Forwards.
Send me over.
Gonna give you Weston McKennie.
The sometimes captain of Juventus, coming back with a new coach.
The sometimes very popular player at Juventus, and sometimes what the hell is his role at Juventus?
I'm gonna put Weston at 6. Weston McKennie at 6. Here's the thing: Weston McKennie is the most pendulous player in Europe for the U.S.
Wow, you know what? I'm giving you a Rodius for that. It's a strong word. Pendulous.
Because no player goes back and forth as much from not even in the team to captain of it. Like Weston McKennie swings back and forth like a pendulum. You don't ever know where his season is going to go. You know where it's going to start. Crap. But it sometimes ends really good. So I really don't know for him. I'm going to put him kind of middle of the board to higher end middle. That's where I'm thinking for him.
All right. All right. So I think you have in your mind a chalk situation. I want to get maybe I'm going to save some of that. All right, how about this? A little bit more complicated. A guy on the move.
Okay,
just made a big move. Lots of expectation. Big money signing. Malik Tillman. At Leverkusen.
but Ten Hag's already pissed with him because he's not in shape. So I'm gonna think Tillman. I'm gonna put him right behind Weston McKennie. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna put him one pack from there too. 8. I'm gonna put him at 8.
Do you want to take some criticism of your vocabulary, or do you just want to breeze right past that?
I don't know. Pendulous breast. Is that what the people talk about more? No.
Pendulous doesn't mean what Rodius thinks it means. It doesn't mean swinging. It means what? It means whatever you want it to mean.
Have you not paid attention to America? Every word now can mean whatever you want it to mean. Like that's where we're at. Okay.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. What was your spot?
What does pendulous mean then? 8. What does
it means? It means hanging down loosely. It doesn't mean swinging back and forth.
Well, when you hang down loosely, what happens?
You swing back and forth.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm under a free since 2003, man. Like I've been commando for years. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Nobody needs to know about that. Nobody wants to hear about that. All right, so Malik Tillman is number 8. That's. I actually think that's relatively high for Malik Tillman, considering the size of this move and the pressure on him and things like that. You're talking about
he's getting some bonus points for the sheer fact that he played so well at PSV. You know, like he's starting in a strong position coming out of PSV, but there is a lot of question marks around it.
It seems as though
and a great Gold Cup.
It seems as though the chat is coming. Dan is coming to your rescue here. Google says swaying or oscillating. Which is what you meant.
Sweet.
I do see dictionary.com says hanging downwards, especially so as to swing from side to side.
Oh,
hold on. You think Weston McKennie hangs loosely so that he swings side to side? Because that's the first
from the
part
roster. Yes, from the roster.
He hangs from the roster. That's actually pretty good. All right, so hangs from the roster. Malik Tillman at number 8. All right, we're gonna see how you feel about that when we get done. All right, how about this one? Joe Scally.
Oh, 11.
11 for Joe. Okay.
It's just not sexy.
No, I'm not saying it is.
Scally. You know, like
you're
he's playing Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's going to get minutes, you know, but here's the thing. Blind rank with the conversation was what do we say? The success of their season? Is that how were we phrasing it?
Best season. Who has the best season?
Joe Scally's season, I feel, is going to be just where it has been in the past, which is okay. It's good.
Do you think you're going to have any issue with the spots below Joe Scally now? Because that's what I'm worried about.
I don't know. Are you going to throw some really weird dudes at me?
That's what I like to do.
And their pendulum stuff.
I like to throw weird dudes at you. I'm just like, weird dudes. Josh Sargent is the next name.
Where did he go? He went to not Bremen.
Still at Norwich.
No, I thought he went to. Didn't he go to? I think he went to Germany.
No. He was there was a move in the offing, and I do not believe it has come to pass.
Oh, I thought he ended up going back to the Bundesliga. Okay. Well, if he's going to be in Norwich, then shit. I'm going to put him.
He was going to go to Wolfsburg. And it is not happening right now.
That's what I thought was happening. So if he's going to stay at Norwich, I mean, he was number 3 scorer in the championship last season? I'm going to put him at 7.
So between Weston McKennie and Malik Tillman is Josh Sargent, pride of St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. Young father, Josh Sargent. Would it change if he was at Wolfsburg? Would it change?
I think so. I would have put him lower, I think, because again, it's the whole breaking back into the team, earning your spot, unfamiliarity. With Norwich, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like he's had good seasons there, good championship level seasons. I mean, you could make the case that he's the best striker in our pool based off of some of the things he's done there.
I mean, in terms of his output for his club, yeah. But of course, nobody's saying that. All right, you know what? Christian Pulisic. That's the next name.
Chalk one. Chalk one. There's so much distance between 1 and 2 here.
Is there? I don't know why this.
Okay, here's the thing. I know you're saying, well, I just said Scally's going to do the same thing, and Christian Pulisic is probably going to do the same thing he's done. But Christian Pulisic's same thing is one of the best players in the Serie A. You know, like I got dude. No one cares but you. Just leave it alone.
No, I know. I'm just that's who I am. I'm OCD like that.
I know. I know. Right. Fight it.
All right.
I know. I think Pulisic easy chalk. I mean, if he stays healthy, I think you look at it in the season. And
no, look. Here's the argument. It's again new management. It's again there's some question. Milan is not a stable club. The way you would want it to be for Christian Pulisic to thrive again in that team this season. Right, they're eyeing Rasmus Højlund, for God's sakes. Like, I mean, apparently that move might happen. Do you think Christian Pulisic benefits? I don't know what happens with Santi Jimenez if Rasmus Højlund is that team. Maybe Santi Jimenez is the starter.
Yes, I'll tell you why. Pulisic has played his best with what striker?
Olivier Giroud. Who?
And Højlund is far closer to Giroud than Jimenez in terms of style of play, crosses into the box, the ability to get on them. You know, so I'm not worried about it. I don't think it's a slam dunk by any stretch, you know, to bring him in there. But it doesn't bother me because I feel like he's a competent striker, especially at the Serie A level, and he's going to. Listen, he just scored on who the other day in Hong Kong? I can't remember. He scored on someone. Header. If Christian Pulisic could serve that same ball into him all the time, he had a great finish with his head. You know. So
all right. I do think that the
I'm sure they'll overpay for him.
I don't know what that number is. I have to look. Milan doesn't. They're not swimming in cash right now. He's only 22. Højlund, right? Obviously, Manchester United is a disaster. Like it's more dramatic than a Aaron Spelling show from the 90s. Like it's just insane. He did score goals, not a lot, but he did score goals in Serie A when he was at Atalanta. So if he's getting better service and he's around, he's got a better team around
him.
You
sell Santi Jimenez then. Can you have him, Santi Jimenez, Okafor? I mean,
that's what I was saying.
Have there right now? I'm trying to remember who other strikers they have.
Yeah, I don't think it's clear exactly what Allegri is going to do. I do think Christian Pulisic is a locked-in starter. I don't think that's an issue.
He and Leao, and both of them have looked good in the preseason so far. Leao looks freed up a little bit more, not having that overlapping run of Theo Hernandez constantly in his space.
It's also, a mild upset that Rafael Leao's still there. Like I thought he was leaving this summer. I really did. It still could happen.
It didn't have a great season though.
Don't forget about Chukwueze. No, don't forget about Chukwueze though. And see I don't know what his role is going to be. So I think
he's too erratic. He's better as a sub. He's too erratic.
Okay. So Christian Pulisic is chalk for you. He is the number one name on the board. No issue at all. All right, let's go to a guy who just left Italy then and is going to France, where he did have good seasons at Lille, but is playing for Marseille. Tim Weah, who not happy about the Juve situation, but he gets his move. It's finally done.
This is where I've hurt myself a little bit because I've got three spots in the top 5.
You're not putting him two. You're not putting. I know you're not putting him two.
Listen. I've got 3 spots in the top 5 left, right? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 players that I think could fit in those 3 spots in my head. Not knowing what you're going to say, but in my head, because, man. So who do I choose between? That one.
This is mental calculation. I should play the Jeopardy theme song. I don't have it, but we'd get a copyright violation, but
put him at 9.
9? Wow.
Because the other 3 players I feel like I have to have in there. Wow. Hold on, let me check, make sure I have the right 3 still. No,
you might be right. You did box yourself in a bit.
Yeah, just because. Should I talk out loud the players I'm thinking, or should I just leave it alone? And what's better for the audience? Because I don't know if you could be leaving a player out here just to mess with me. I don't know that you're going to pick the top 15 European-based players.
Yeah, I could be leaving somebody out.
Purposely leave someone out. In my head, so I'm going to talk it through. In my head, I have, not in any order, I have Tyler Adams, I have Jedi Robinson, and I have Johnny Cardoso that I feel like are going to be somewhere in those top 5. And then Tim Weah. So I have to make a choice basically between Tim Weah and Johnny Cardoso. And man, I just don't feel like Atletico Madrid's going to make that move if they don't expect to give him time. And he's looked so good at his club season. That's all this is a club season. Whereas Tim Weah, is Marseille grabbing him to be a right back? Are they grabbing him to be a striker? I just don't know. This is where I messed up. I would have put Tim Weah I would have put him at 7. And because I put Josh Sargent and Malik Tillman there, I feel like I've hampered myself. So I'm sorry, Tim Weah. I'm going to hope that Jason has those other guys on his list. And I'm going to put you at 9.
Okay. Jackie's saying that Weah was only all right at Lille. He got moved around a bit at Lille. He did play some right back. There was some stuff going on there. He got the move to Juve. Was he blowing out the doors off the place in France? No, but he was part of a team that, did some things. So I'm giving him some credit there. All right. So now I'm going to give away a bit of the game because there are actually, no, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because I don't want you to have a sense of what's coming. I got to keep you on your toes. Okay. That's the best way to do it. Serginho Dest.
10.
Serginho Dest at number 10. Okay, give me some thoughts.
I think he could. Serginho Dest maybe has the biggest. I think he could have the biggest swing of any player in this because you just don't know what Serginho Dest you're getting coming off of ACL surgery. He came back at the end of the last season, didn't get a lot of minutes down the stretch. It's kind of like, well, he's back, but how come he's not getting minutes? Is there a struggle here? He got a goal just recently in the preseason, but I feel like he is, you would be, if I placed him higher, it would be just on potential, not on reality, And
Okay.
I feel like I'm choosing to go on reality a bit here.
But your gut and the talent the player has, even if they come off a disappointing or injury laden season the way that Sergiño Dest does, you could argue that if he really goes off, Sergiño Dest could be, I don't know,
5'4".
the best right back in Holland or something, but certainly like a player who could do big things at a club I think is going to be in line to win another title if they do everything right.
I really have nothing left in the middle now. So everyone you say is either top 5 or bottom 3. Like,
yeah.
This could be bad for me.
I think there is a clear separation in the remaining names.
Okay, I'm hoping so.
Actually,
otherwise I have to make some really, really hard.
Actually, no, you are in trouble. I think you are in trouble.
Okay.
You're in big trouble now that I think about it. Chris Richards.
Oh, I got no problem putting him down 13.
Oh my God, really?
I mean, listen, right. He probably should be around 10, but it's not a huge swing. He's not top 5. He ain't top 5.
I think there's a sense.
We're forgetting the fact that he got an FA Cup win is eclipsing for some of us the fact that he wasn't even starting a lot. Like earlier,
but he won a starting job. He built into that. I don't think there's any sense that Chris Richards isn't going to be a very solid to potentially excellent center back in the Premier League this season for a team that doesn't have a lot of.
Unless they win the FA Cup again, how is Chris Richards going to have a type of season at Crystal Palace that's going to stand out enough to move him up this list?
They're in Europe. He's going to have a chance to play in Europe. The FA Cup buys them a spot in Europe.
I know. Do you really think how far in Europe do you think they're going to go? Come on.
I mean, look, again, expectations for the club are relatively low. I get it because it's Crystal Palace, but I do think that even at a club like Palace, you can still make a mark. You can still do something. You can still be
at most, I'm only off 3 spots on Chris Richards. I could make the case from around 11. I don't think I would put him higher than that in terms of see. It's not who he is as a person. It's like, how do I think the season's going to go? And Crystal Palace is going to give up a lot of goals.
Let me ask you a question. You think so? Okay. Let me ask you a question. If Mark Gahey stays or Mark Gahey goes, does it change your opinion about Chris Richards in the season he could have?
I mean, yeah, because anytime there's change, when you introduce change, especially if you're the starter, and you introduce change, you can only go one direction from where you are, right? And you have to find new chemistry. You have to find convince new people that you're the correct choice. It's tough, man. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I feel bad. I would put him a little bit higher probably, but
yeah. Okay. All right. I feel like you're selling Chris Richards down the river a little bit, but all right. I mean, again, you boxed yourself in, so now you got to make adjustments as we do this.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little bit of a tough position here.
Let me just clean up my list a little bit since I've given you some names. Let's see. There we go. There are 5 spots remaining, and I have 5 players. I will give you. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it easy. Yunus Musa.
Yunus Musa. He's going to be undervalued in this because I left some. I thought we were going to be swinging at some like lower level names I left out there. I'll put Yunus Musa at 14. I also think this is part of it too, because I don't know. There's talk about Napoli. Like if he goes to Napoli. I don't know, man. It's just like here's the thing. He got a lot of run at AC Milan. I mean, he really did. I don't ever remember being too impressed with what I saw.
No. The consensus was he didn't really live up to his opportunity, and who knows what's going to happen next with him. I think he's got talent. I think he's a little bit like another name on this list, and I'm going to give it to you right now. That is a guy who we inaugurated a drop for last week just because I wanted to have fun with stuff from the 1980s, Johnny Cardoso.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons I left a spot up top, because I feel like he has the potential to have a really strong season, But by the way, going back to you, I know you pivoted to this because we were at Yunus Musa, but I want to say, obviously Conceição had a lot of faith in Yunus Musa. And I think it has allowed us to he almost did him a disservice for how much he played him. He really played Yunus Musa a lot, and he didn't show that well. And sometimes at right back even, And just like, ooh, Yunus Musa right back. That's an interesting move for Conceição. So we'll see. He's got to convince a new coach, and I don't think anyone really knows what Yunus Musa's position is. Hell, why am I blanking on our national team coach?
Mauricio Pochettino, the lemon lover.
Pochettino's playing him at right forward, for God's sakes. So like, it's a weird thing with Yunus Musa. Is like the talent's there, the potential's there, but there's a lot of questions marks about who is.
If
he
you
as a
had
player.
to guess, if you had to sort of try to ballpark it, how many minutes do you think Yunus Musa got last year in the league? Just in the league. I'm not talking about anything outside.
33 games. What is that? 32 games.
That's a 20-team league, so I think it's 38 games.
38 games. I would say he started a decent amount. I would say he averaged around 45 minutes a game. So he started a few minutes. So whatever 45 times 38 is? I don't know.
That's your guess? I mean, you're 45 times 38 is 1,710. Is that your guess?
Sure.
Okay. So you said 1710 based on math. Dan is saying 900. It is 1,574 minutes. You did pretty good. You actually did pretty good. A couple of things here. Again, Conte might do wonders for Musa. Actually, would love to see that. Like, does he walk into a championship team and like get a bunch of minutes? That's hard for me to imagine.
But why? Why does Conte do wonders for Musa? You can say that about any coach coming in.
Well, think of what he did from Scott McTominay. Like, I just think that there is a level that Conte is known for grabbing out of particularly midfielders, and particularly physical and talented athletic midfielders. The way that they play, the amount of effort you have to put into play for him. Again, this is also, Dan, like maybe wish casting that Yunus Musa becomes a next level player under Conte. It's not just saying he would definitely be successful. It's saying that Conte has a track record of leveling up players like Musa. And I definitely think that that's true.
So I say he fits the bill, kind of like a midfielder with an unbelievable engine and industry fits into Bielsa's system or something like that. Okay, could
be that. Could be that. Also, Jackie says rumors of Musa going to Forest.
God, everyone needs to stay away from Forest. Everyone.
I mean, I think that we're talking about
a good season, but it just seems volatile. It seems like, I don't know. Sorry, who was the player you just gave me? You gave me Johnny, right? I'll put Johnny at 5.
Okay, that's big expectations for Johnny.
It is.
Like it is.
Like I said, I don't think they make that move unless they truly see him as part of their plans. So he's got to earn it. But here's the thing: at the club level, he's always earned it, and he's not going into a different league. He's the same league. He's going to play the same players, same teams. He's not going to feel out of depth making this move, maybe by his peers, but not against who he's going to play against. So I think in terms of a landing spot, he's one of the best moves of the offseason, if not the best.
Yeah, no, I mean, in terms of like the level of the club and the amount of money and sort of all of that stuff, absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
So if I've done my math right, the 3 players left, unless you did me dirty, are Tyler Adams, Jedi, and Gio. That's the 3 left in my mind, unless you threw me a weird. Oh God! Did you?
I actually think you're.
Did you throw me an Aronson?
You're fine. You're fine in the end. I did not throw you Brennan Aronson. I did not. But I think you're going to end up being fine in the end. It's just going to come down to a couple of choices.
All right.
So I will say Jedi Robinson.
I'm going to put him at 2. I think he continues. Unfortunately, I would like to have seen him make the move. Well, obviously, there's still a little time left.
Not happening.
Yeah, I know. It's just, you feel like, can you continue to justify him potentially being the second best player in our pool while he continues to play for Fulham and not testing him at a higher level?
That is a thing for sure. Like, what is the level of Fulham this season? They're probably
as well, but
they're not a club that you can imagine making a big leap. Now, other clubs have done it, but Fulham's smaller than Villa. Obviously they don't have Newcastle money. Brighton they're kind of going to top out at Brighton, right? They're going to, if they continue to do well under Marco Silva, they'll top out at Brighton. And I'd be fine with that as a Fulham fan on some level, but it also means Jedi Robinson can only do so much. And Dan had a good point earlier. Robinson averaged 36 games per season, 4 years running.
That's impressive.
So he just had surgery on a knee. That's why he didn't play the Gold Cup. He's got a lot of miles.
No more flips.
A lot of miles with FA Cup and all that stuff. And although I think there was some resting there, do you worry about him hitting a wall? at all at 26, 27, whatever he is now?
I don't know. He's always been a beast athletically, man. I don't know. Is he the captain now of Fulham?
I
He
don't
took the
I
armband
don't
when Tim
did he?
Ream left. I'm not
I
positive
don't
though,
know.
but I think he has the chance now. Like, here's the thing: at this point, if he hasn't moved yet, his
Mhm.
big move isn't happening, right?
No,
Like
right.
his career is being the Fulham's like one of their career
It's
guys.
the only way he makes a quote unquote big move in my mind is if he leaves England and ends up
Mhm.
playing in Germany or in Spain or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only way I can see it happening. Because I don't think, there's not a again, Fulham's a relatively small club, but there's not really like a next level. It's not Liverpool. It's not going to happen. They already got their guy in Kirkus.
Yeah.
It's not going to be. I mean, do you want to go to United? But again, they're going to spend money on stuff.
Fulham could finish ahead of United.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very possible this season. Again, like a Tottenham kind of move, I guess, is possible.
London. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a kind of thing that could be in the offing at some point, but they're not making noise about it now. I'm blanking on it in the moment. But
In your mind, if Jetty Robinson finishes his career as a Fulham player, is it talent wasted?
Man, that is really tough. That is the only reason you would think that is because of what he accomplished at Fulham. So it feels unfair to be like, yeah, that's talent wasted, when who knows if he would have done that anywhere else? Like, who knows if he would have found his game the way he did at Fulham? So I don't know how you judge. It's sort of like saying, it's sort of like the best athlete argument that we always have. It's like, well, if our best athletes played soccer, yada, yada. And it's like, the reason you think of LeBron James or whoever as the best athlete is because they accomplished something in a different sport. They're not the best athlete when they're 12.
But those players also play for the best teams.
That's right. And that is fair. I mean, I don't know.
I think maybe wasted is a harsh word.
It's a harsh word.
I think it's talent potentially unrealized.
Mhm.
If he finishes his career at Fulham, it's going to be like Landon Donovan a bit. Like, man, what if he had just committed to going to Europe? There's going to be that little question out there. Still could be an amazing career, one he should be proud of.
Absolutely.
And he'll be a legend at Fulham if he finishes there. But it's just for the rest of us that like always want to see the Americans tested at the biggest level. He was one of the guys. I was talking past tense, like he still couldn't do something, but he's just one of the guys. Just, man, he could have been higher. You get the feeling.
It'll be unfair to him, but there may be a sense when his career is over, it's like, oh man, what could have been for Jedi Robinson? What could have been for him? All right, that leaves two names. Now you have two spots. I don't think this is going to be controversial, although I do think you're going to have to make an argument for the higher of these two.
Oh,
Fowler and Balogun.
Oh, you do not have Tyler Adams in this. Interesting.
Wait, hold on. You're making some assumptions, son. You're making some assumptions.
Well, I mean, I can't put Balogun at 4.
I'll put it in here for you. You're going to argue Fowler and Balogun at 4?
Here's the problem. Like, I don't know if you're gonna fuck with me and put Gio Reyna in here, or if you're gonna I don't know who the other player is. I don't know
that's true.
If it's Gio Reyna or if it's Tyler Adams.
Right.
And
you're right. You don't know that. Yeah,
because if it's Tyler Adams 4, Gio Reyna 15, I'm out. I'm easy street.
It could be Cameron Vegas, or it could be Mark McKenzie. You don't know. You don't know.
It could be.
You don't know.
Are you promise me you haven't changed your list since we started?
I have not changed it.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right then. I'm going to go with Balogun. I think you wouldn't. The WNBC in you, would not allow you not to talk about Gio Reyna in this conversation. I don't think that you would miss the opportunity to make me rank Gio Reyna and talk about it.
WNBC.
Now, there are people in the chat advocating for me to change my final name just to fuck with you. There are people saying that I should change the name just to give you a hard time.
I'm going to play game theory here that I know Jason Davis better than they do. And I'm going to put Foreign Balogun at 4 because I think you're going to bring Gio Reyna up as the last name. And don't mess with me. Give me the actual name. I am worried that you wrote Balogun twice there. trying to help me out.
No.
The bottom.
I put him down at the bottom. Now he's not. He's at number 4. Okay. I'm going to explain to you why I did what I did. Okay. I'm going to explain to you why I did what I did. And I legitimately made a list of 15 players and did not put Gio Reyna. Forgot about Gio Reyna. I forgot about Gio Reyna. So now I would like you to rank Tyler Adams, please, Mr. Dubois. I would like you to give me your sense of where Tyler Adams fits into this list. I'm going to do it for you. I'm just going to go. There's only one spot open, so I'm going to put him down here at number 15. Tyler Adams. Now, here's your out. And obviously the problem is that
not put Gio Reyna in this list, Jason?
Do we even know if Gio Reyna is going? He just got his number. He got his number ganked from him.
We literally dedicate episodes to this asshole that's not playing.
Here's the thing. He's not playing. I don't know if he's an asshole. That seems harsh. But he's not playing. He is, as far as I know, he is not in any Dortmund plan, and they have yet to figure out this move to Palermo or whatever it's supposed to be.
Can you do me a favor? Don't post this on any socials.
What, you don't want Dan Loney coming after you? That's how it works.
What I'm really worried about is that I've cursed him for injury.
Here's why. Now, again, I legitimately forgot about him, but when I did remember, Gio, here's the thing. If I give you Gio at any point except for the last name, you're putting him 15. There's no question. He's going 15 because you do not have any faith at all that he's going to play minutes. So why would I?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If he was to go to Parma, I would probably maybe sneak him into 12, 13. But he's at Dortmund right now.
I said Palermo and I meant Parma. My apologies to all Italians whose city starts with a P. I meant Parma, not Palermo. Although Sicily might be.
Apologies to the residents of Parmesan.
I don't want to piss off people in Palermo, for sure. No. Okay. Now, here's the question.
I can open the chat
again. It's a good one.
Dangerous. I don't know.
Will Gio find a place to play? Look, you've ranked again. You've screwed yourself by the Balogun Adams conundrum, and I obviously that's what blind ranking is. You are now living with this pain. The argument for Adams being at 15, if there is one, and you wouldn't have put him there if you knew every name, is he could get hurt again. Not that you're wishing that, of course you're not.
Yeah. So if I was being honest, though, I would put Tyler Adams at a legit 4. I think he's going to have. I think first of all with Bournemouth, he's going to have a big season.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Bournemouth. I think that's how you say that. Bournemouth. Say that. You should say, "Hey, do you like my Bournemouth?"
How about this? Why don't I get super Euro snob and let's go his season with the Cherries.
You should say that. Actually, you should go like extra level. That's not even the right thing, and be like, he's gonna have a great season with cherries, and just leave out the article whatsoever. Like completely.
Do me a favor at the end of the Bournemouth right there. Can you put an asterisk?
Okay, like
and down below, asterisk indicates Jared got screwed.
Yeah. See, Jared. Wait, I gotta put the asterisk first, so otherwise people won't know because this is a very. Oh no, see, it doesn't even work because I can't do it because okay, there we go. Jared got screwed. That's what blind rankings are about.
No,
that's
for
what
sure.
This is all about.
So if I was going to put him though, I would put him at number 4. I think for the amount of players that Bournemouth lost, they are going to need him to have a good season. And I think he finished the season very strong. He looked really good. He looked good through the Gold Cup, good enough through the Gold Cup. He didn't look like he was hurt or strained or any way. I think he got a few weeks off going into the season. I expect him to have a good season. The problem is, how good of a season will he have if the team's not as good as they were last year? They're probably going to be a lower half table team after last season, where they were threatening for Europe at times.
Too many departures, too many things happened. Again, I think Areola is a very good manager, and he'll find a way to keep them competitive. But it's going to be a different team, that's for sure. Now, okay, so again, you maybe thought Reyna's going to show up, which is why you put Balogun 4. Can we talk about Balogun for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, are you allowing yourself to have any expectation around Fowler and Balogun at all?
No, the hard part is he wasn't hurt the first half of the season, and he still wasn't getting a lot of minutes and putting goals in, so it's kind of like, okay, you're healthy now. You can't really blame last season just on the injury because it's not like you were taking advantage of your opportunity before the injury. He was already struggling. So maybe it's a nice reset for him. Like he gets to come back to the season healthy and strong. Maybe that's going to be a confidence booster for him. But if I was being honest, I would put Florin Balogun's season probably somewhere. I would probably put him in the 12, 13, maybe 11 category. I just don't know that he's going to have a great season. I would love for him to.
Well, okay, let's boil this down to the essence real quick. I'm going to give you who has more goals, and whatever the quality of the league and all that. Who has more goals, Florin Balogun or Patrick Agyemang?
Oh, or Agyemang. I think you're going to give me Pepe or Agyemang. I think championship games.
Pepe might score more than both those guys combined.
Yeah,
I think that's
true.
possible.
I'm going to go with Balogun. I think Balogun's going to get the minutes. I think he'll especially get those last 30 minutes of games when they're chasing. I think Agyemang, like I say, he's going to have to earn a spot. I think that's going to hold him back a bit to begin with. So here's also the thing. Thinking back to the Gold Cup, what you like about Agyemang, it wasn't finishing. It was everything else.
Yeah,
his finishing wasn't impressive in the Gold Cup. It was, he plays really good at the back to goal. He plays off guys well. He's challenging guys on the dribble. It wasn't like, he got 2 opportunities in the box and he finished both of them. Nah. So I would take Balogun. I think he's a natural scorer. It's just a matter of whether or not he can get hot.
Okay. Well, by the way, we gave the man.
Okay, assholes. Sun's out, guns out.
We gave him a drop. We made a T-shirt that says "Sun's out, Balogun's out" because the man was choosing us.
Shout out to Nicky Soup and Salad's wife for making that image for us.
Yeah, I mean, we just
Or did Nick do it? He'll take issue with me if it was Nick.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't thought.
It came from the sausage household.
Man hasn't been here.
I think I'm starting to like Cincinnati.
It hasn't been here.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
Where is he?
Should we refer to the to Nick's house as the Sausage Factory?
Sure. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, I think they do. They probably. You know what? If anybody I've ever known, like who's the most likely person to have made their own sausage, it's probably Nick Suberling. It probably is.
I say Tom Opp.
Tom Opp is a sausage man?
He's a cultured man that I feel like he would do something like that. Like he would at some point he's bought casings.
He's made chorizo, right? He's probably made his own chorizo or somehow, right?
Yeah,
I think it's probably.
By the way, if you want to see Nicky Soup and Salad, he does make appearances in the Slack. So I know he's not on the show anymore, but you will catch him there every now and then. So. Yeah,
he's been commenting on the recent work of One South Park in our Slack, which has been interesting. Yeah. My wife and I might have watched a portion of their most recent episode because it involves somebody that, how do I say this without making it weird? Never mind. I don't want to get my wife. I don't want to get my wife in trouble. Let's just say that, like her boss's boss.
Oh, yeah.
May have appeared in an episode or something. That might have been a thing. All right, so let's go over this one more time before we run out of steam here. Number 1, Christian Pulisic. Number 2, Jedi Robinson. Number 3, Ricardo Pepi. Number 4,
let me know where you think I go wrong.
Florin Balogun at number 4. Johnny 5 at number 5. I mean, it makes sense.
So stop there real quick. Outside of Balogun, do you disagree with anything so far?
I think you've got Johnny high. I wouldn't have had Johnny that high. Balogun obviously is the outlier, but I wouldn't
remember at the time I was either going to be 5th or 9th. That was or 5th or 10th or something like that. Those were my choices.
Hence the blind. Yeah, if I was given Johnny at that point, I probably would have made.
Yeah, I filled out too much of the middle early.
Weston McKennie, Juventus, obviously. Josh Sargent at number 7, Malik Tillman at number 8, Tim Weah at number 9. I think there's some uncertainty around Weah. I like him as a player. I also think that sometimes he's limited. He's like a one-dimensional kind of guy. Serginho Dest at 10, Joe Scally at 11, which I think you overrated Joe Scally.
He should be 15.
Not 15, but you overrated Scally.
Okay, who should be 15 on this list? Agyemang?
You
didn't give me as much of a bottom as I thought you were going to give me. I thought there was going to be like a Paxton Aronson. I thought there was going to be a Gio Reyna. Like, I thought there was going to be a couple guys who was just like, oh yeah, I could throw them down at the bottom.
Who is number 15? I could see the Scally argument, partly because he doesn't.
Obviously, it's Tyler Adams. But
He's a defender, and he doesn't play he's not sexy as a defender. He's not a sexy defender. Sexy defenders like Sergiño Dest get rated higher than unsexy defenders like.
And you were giving me crap about Chris Richards, but like, how much can you really move him up based on the guys that are there?
I might. Yeah, that's fair. I would say so. I think I would have considered level more than you did, like the quality of the league and where they play. Like I think because Chris Richards plays in the Premier League, I might end up putting him higher than say a Josh Sargent, or a Sergiño Dest even. Like I don't know what we're going to get out of Dest.
Yeah,
he's a talented player, but it's kind of like it's a mixed bag with him.
He's not a Reyna situation, but it's similar to the question marks. Like in terms of like, are you going to be playing? How much?
Yeah, I think so. Scally could be down there, but also Yunus Musa, who I got a bunch of question marks next to because we're not quite sure about his club situation. I think he could be 15 just based on that. Like you could put Yunus Musa at 15, and I wouldn't bat an eye at that.
Yeah, remember too is you're not ranking how good of a player they are. You're asking about their season.
I'm asking about their season. Yeah, because I think it would be boring just to be like, who's the best. It would end up with Christian Pulisic at number 1, and Jedi Robinson number 2, but I don't know that would be as fun. Let's see. What did I get to? I said Joe Scally at 11, Patrick Gajamang at 12, Chris Richards at 13, Yunus Musa at 14, and Tyler Adams.
I honestly was deciding between Tyler Adams and Jedi Robinson for 2, and I ended up with Tyler Adams at 15.
I think Robinson deserves 2 more than Adams deserves 2. I think that's also about the relative perception of where they are compared to their contemporaries.
Positionally, their peers, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably what that is. All right. Obviously, let us know where Jared screwed up. And, be fair to Jared. No, be fair to Jared. Watch the show back or consider the order in which he got the names. I didn't do like a random order generator. I could have done that. I just kind of picked the ones that felt right at the time.
Take into account, he didn't even put Gio Reyna on the list, and that was banking on that.
Where would Gio Reyna would have been 15. Where would Mark McKenzie have been?
Like 13, like right where Chris Richards is.
Where would have Cameron Katavitas been if he was here?
15.
Where would Paxton Aronson, or let's say, imagine it's a
14,
20 player list. Let's imagine it's a 20 player list.
Oh shit!
Those guys are all down at the bottom. They're all
I still think Gio Reyna's at the bottom, whatever list it is.
But behind Tanner Tessman. Probably right. Even Tanner
was he's getting minutes.
Yeah, that's a fair 15 for CCV. He was a league MVP.
I'm saying league MVP in MLS.
Wow, that's some Scottish hate. Here's a guy. How about a guy left off of the forward pool because it was just too deep? Haji Wright. What about Haji Wright?
Haji Wright. I like Haji Wright at the club. So I think it's interesting. He plays wide a lot for them. He gets a lot of different looks positionally. I would put him probably in the 11 area.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. How about another forward who I don't think anybody has expectations for because we can't let our hearts get broken again? Daryl DK.
I mean,
you're going to cry? Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
I would probably put him at 14 because at least he's starting the season healthy.
Okay. All right. By the way, I will point this out just because I think it's interesting. Jeff Carlisle did a roster, very far away from the World Cup, early picks for Pochettino.
Mm-hmm.
Yunus Musa does not make the cut of his team.
I agree with him in terms of my objective eyes, but I don't think there's any chance Pochettino doesn't take him. The dude was starting him at forward. He obviously likes him as a player. So, what was Musa's reasoning for not coming into the Gold Cup? Was he not called? Just not called?
No, I think Pochettino said something about personal reasons, but maybe it was a club situation. Maybe he was just unsettled with that, and he just didn't want to play. And that's the funny thing is, obviously, he's not the level of star by any stretch of the imagination, but Yunus Musa does not play in the Gold Cup, and it's a personal reason thing, and nobody's like, oh, okay, whatever. And Christian Pulisic's like, I need the summer off. And people are like, oh my God, you turned your back on your national team. How dare you?
Benedict Arnold.
It's so funny. It's so funny. All right. Overtime a little bit here on the Best Soccer Show. So, hey, sign up for the Patreon. Patreon.com/The Best Soccer Show. It's very easy. You get access to the Besties Slack, which is still humming along. How many years do we have under our belt at the Besties Slack?
Man, 6?
It's a long
2019 or
time.
so?
I mean, we don't have all those messages archived because, let's be honest, we're not paying for that. We're not paying for the archive Slack, but it is a very cool place to be if you're a soccer fan or just want to talk. There, the wrestling channel goes. I don't engage because I'm not a wrestling guy.
I don't even think I have visibility to that.
Oh, you need to get invited just so you can see what's going on.
I'll be going in there.
They're over there talking about Dustin Rhodes and I don't know, so whoever. I don't know.
How was it during the Hulk Hogan passing?
I'd have to go back and look. I think it was a lot of shoveling dirt on the grave. Like I think that was a lot of what was going on there. I don't think
turned heel. Never should have turned heel.
Yeah, that's what was going. Oh, there was a whole discussion about John Cena going heel, and then apparently didn't like it too much, and it was not good. I don't know. People were talking about some big event, and I'm just here watching and going, hey, this is what the community is for. People who are soccer fans and wrestling fans get to come together. We talked about besties getting into stuff about food and music and all kinds of stuff. Anyway.
Oh, by the way, we did post the playlist as we said we would on the Patreon last week.
We did. I did not repost your video of the Rody Rita. I will try to find that and do that. There is a fairly regular feature called the Daily Davis in which I just dump things out of my brain into a video / podcast, and you get that in your feed as well. You also get this show ad-free. So if you're listening to this as a podcast, as a lot of people do, and you're like, damn, ads, you can become a Patreon member, a bestie, and get it ad-free.
Wait, we get ad revenue? You're holding out on me. I don't know about that.
There's a bit. Oh, come on. Did I not just fund you going to Vegas on some level? Didn't I not? The show.
Doing, man?
It was like $6. I just gave you put it in the slot machine for me. I was like, hey,
one spin.
Throw that in one of those weird ones with 18 different kinds of dragon or whatever.
Yeah.
Slot machine's out of control. Can we be honest about this?
I'm a craftsman.
No, I know that. I'm just saying the slot machines are out of control.
Yeah. Fool's
and
errand.
My in-laws are in town. They got here last night. And I don't know that there's a plan for them to go to the casino, but probably they'll go to the casino. That's
It'll be slots all the time.
No, my father-in-law actually, he'll sit down at a Texas Hold'em table. He'll sit down at a blackjack table.
That's smart. If I was in Vegas alone, I would play Texas Hold'em because I have the greatest odds of making money there. But you have to invest the time. It's hours at the table.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Somehow they always hear oh yeah, they made they won $3,000 at the casino last week. I'm like, really? Now
people talk about their wins.
They do drop some money. Let's be honest. They drop some money. Anyway, patreon.com/thebestsoccershow. Do I have any other business? Do we have any other business? Anything else?
You have another show that you do sometimes.
Yeah. Morning Kick Around. If you want to support that. Yeah, I'll there may be some things to announce about Morning Kick Around coming up very soon, but I will save that. I can't speak, and I don't want to jinx anything.
I don't like that you're starting to put down roots with the mistress.
Look, man, I asked you to make it official. I wanted you to make an honest man out of me, and
I don't think that you could provide a single income husband should.
That's how the dynamic will work. That's how it would be. All right. On that note, just making it weird as we always do. Thank you for listening. Bye, guys. Bye, besties. See you soon. Bye.
Calm down, Greg. It's soccer. It's soccer.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, it's incredible!
What are we doing?
Go to DEFCON 2.
So feel respect for the Gegner. So feel respect for the Gegner.
Who asked those questions?
Can I get a manager? Can I please get a manager?
Oh, baby!
Damn, dog, that's in a.
It was there. Oh, here we go. Saucing them up. Hit them. What? WNBC. WNBC.
Jay Rodius.